Shocking revelation as Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo, who is tagged as an enemy of Ekpa and Biafra, has been exposed. He was accused of working with the Nigerian federal government to suppress Ekpa and the Biafra movement. Meanwhile, a critic has criticized Nigeria, calling it a land without laws, where corruption and impunity reign. He claims that those in power manipulate the system to maintain control, with no consequences for their actions. He warns that Nigeria is being systematically turned into an Islamic state through strategic policies, and not through force. He suggests that internally displaced persons, IDPs, are being used as a front for a land takeover by Fulani herders. He also discusses Donald Trump's decision to suspend U.S. foreign aid for 90 days, citing allegations that USAID funds terrorist groups. He reports that Nigeria's Senate has summoned intelligence chiefs to investigate claims of USAID funding Boko Haram. Meanwhile, a former Nigerian military leader, General Ibrahim Babangida, takes responsibility for past military decisions, including the annulment of the 1993 election. General Ibrahim Babangida admits regret over annulling MKO Abiola's election, who was later recognized posthumously by another government. The critic accuses past and present Nigerian leaders of betrayal and deceit, suggesting that nothing has changed in governance. He emphasizes the need for Biafra's independence, claiming that Nigeria is beyond redemption and urging people to support the movement. I want to tell you a story today, one that is both shocking and deeply unsettling, a story about power, betrayal, and the dark undercurrents that run through our nation. It all begins with a revelation that has stirred up emotions and raised many questions among those who care about the fate of our country. I recently came across information that exposes the role of Charles Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, as a staunch enemy of Ekpa and the movement for Biafra. For many years now, Ekpa and his supporters have been fighting passionately for the independence of Biafra, a struggle that has its roots in historical grievances and the desire for self-determination. In this turbulent political landscape, Governor Charles Soludo has been accused of working hand in glove with the Nigerian federal government, a government that many believe is determined to suppress the voices and aspirations of the Biafra movement. As I sat down to reflect on this news, I could not help but feel a personal connection to the unfolding drama, a drama that is as much about the fate of an entire people as it is about the actions of a few influential individuals. I have always believed that truth finds a way of emerging from even the darkest corners of injustice, and this story is a perfect example of that enduring truth. In a country where corruption and impunity have long reigned, where those in power often manipulate the system with little regard for accountability, the exposure of Governor Charles Soludo's alleged collaboration with the federal government sends chills down the spine of anyone who believes in justice and fairness. I remember the first time I heard about these allegations. It was as if a veil had been lifted from my eyes, revealing a side of Nigeria that many would prefer to keep hidden. The accusations against Governor Charles Soludo are not isolated incidents. They are part of a broader narrative that criticizes the very foundations of our nation's governance. One critic, whose words resonated deeply with me, went on record to describe Nigeria as a land without laws, a place where corruption and the abuse of power have become the norm. He warned that our country is being systematically transformed into an Islamic state, not by force, but through strategic policies meticulously designed to reshape society from within. He did not mince his words when he pointed out that internally displaced persons are being used as a pretext, a front, for the takeover of land by Fulani herders. This, he argued, is not merely a case of mismanagement or bureaucratic incompetence. It is a deliberate strategy to alter the very fabric of Nigerian society. I found myself reflecting on the bitter irony of these claims. On one hand, we have a nation that prides itself on its democratic institutions and the rule of law. Yet on the other hand, we are told that those in power have long abandoned these very principles in favor of a system that rewards nepotism, deceit, and the ruthless pursuit of self-interest. The critic's voice echoed in my mind as I recalled countless instances where the promises of justice and accountability were betrayed by those who had sworn to uphold them. It was a reminder that in Nigeria the truth is often obscured by layers of political maneuvering and hidden agendas. Adding another twist to this already convoluted story was the recent decision made by President Donald Trump of the United States. In a move that has captured international attention, President Donald Trump suspended all United States foreign aid for a period of 90 days. The stated reason behind this decision was both alarming and controversial. There were serious allegations that funds from the United States Agency for International Development were being used to finance terrorist organizations. Among these organizations, Boko Haram was mentioned specifically. This was a bold declaration, one that sent shockwaves not just across Nigeria, but around the world. In response to these allegations, the Nigerian Senate took decisive action by summoning intelligence chiefs to investigate claims that United States Agency for International Development funds had indeed been funneled to Boko Haram. This development raised the stakes even higher, as it suggested that the intertwining of international aid, domestic politics, and terrorism was far more complex than anyone had imagined. As I listened to various voices discussing these events, one of the most memorable moments came from a passionate broadcast by a critic who spouted his anger and disillusionment in a manner that felt raw and unfiltered. In his own words, he spoke of a man who was almost dead and almost in his grave, coming forward to reveal how things were done behind closed doors. It was a call to wake up, a warning to the citizens of Nigeria that if we continue down this path, the consequences could be dire. His words painted a picture of a nation on the brink, a nation where the very essence of justice was being eroded by those in power. He warned that if Nigeria were to happen to you, if the true nature of the country were to become your reality, it would be the worst possible outcome. I could almost feel the weight of his words, the urgency in his voice, as he urged us all not to allow Nigeria's decay to become our destiny. This critic's monologue took me on a journey through the heart of Nigeria's turmoil, a journey marked by a deep sense of betrayal and anger. He recalled how, over the years, the people of Nigeria had been lulled into a false sense of security by promises that never materialized, promises of a nation governed by law where every citizen would be treated fairly. Instead, we have been left to witness the slow, methodical dismantling of the institutions that once held our country together. He emphasized that once you claim ownership of Nigeria, you also inherit its flaws and its failures. There is a grim inevitability to the state of affairs, a sense that no matter how hard one tries to fix the system, the truth remains unchangeable. The truth, he insisted, would always be the truth. One of the more striking aspects of his speech was the way he wove together seemingly disparate issues into a coherent narrative of systemic decay. He spoke of the gradual Islamization of Nigeria, not through overt coercion, but through subtle, strategic policies that have been implemented over the years. In his view, these policies were designed to mold the nation according to a particular ideological framework, one that would ultimately strip away the very freedoms and rights that Nigerians hold dear. He reminded us that the transformation of Nigeria into a state where only one set of beliefs would be tolerated was not a sudden, violent occurrence, but a carefully orchestrated process, one that had been in the making for a long time. As his words sank in, I could not help but think about the human cost of these political maneuvers. The internally displaced persons whose plight was being exploited as part of a larger agenda were not just statistics or political pawns. They were real people whose lives had been upended by conflict, corruption, and the relentless pursuit of power. Their suffering was emblematic of a deeper malaise that had gripped the nation, a malaise that affected not just the corridors of power, but the very heart of ordinary Nigerian families. It was a stark reminder that behind every political scandal and every high-level controversy, there were individuals and communities paying the ultimate price. Amidst all this turmoil, another voice emerged, a voice from the military establishment. General Ibrahim Babangida, a former military leader who had once held immense power, stepped forward to take responsibility for the decisions of the past. In a moment of candor that was both unexpected and deeply significant, General Ibrahim Babangida admitted that he bore the weight of decisions that had forever altered the course of Nigerian history. He spoke about the annulment of the 1993 presidential election, a decision that had denied the Nigerian people a chance at a true democratic transition. He expressed deep regret over the annulment of the election in which MKO Abiola, a man who was later posthumously recognized for his contributions, had emerged victorious. General Ibrahim Babangida's confession was not merely an acknowledgement of past mistakes, it was an invitation for the nation to confront its own history, a history marred by betrayal, deceit, and the relentless pursuit of power at any cost. Listening to his admission, I felt a mix of emotions. There was a sense of sorrow, of loss for the ideals that had once defined Nigeria. There was also a glimmer of hope, a hope that by confronting these painful truths, the nation might one day find a way to heal. Yet, as the critic in the broadcast so vehemently argued, the cycle of betrayal and deceit seemed to be unending. He accused both past and present leaders of having abandoned the true interests of the people, of prioritizing their own ambitions over the welfare of the nation. In his impassioned plea, he urged Nigerians to consider the possibility of Biafra's independence, a call to action that was both radical and deeply rooted in a desire for genuine change. His argument was simple, yet profound. Nigeria, as it stood, was beyond redemption, and the only hope for a better future lay in the creation of a new, independent state where justice and accountability could truly prevail. The narrative of betrayal and redemption did not end there. I recall a moment in the broadcast when the critic described with raw emotion the state of Nigeria, a state of lawlessness where there were no real rules or consequences for those in power. He warned that if Nigeria were to become the reality for any one of us, it would be a fate too terrible to imagine. His words carried the weight of lived experience, a lived experience that many Nigerians were all too familiar with. He spoke of a time when people in Nigeria were forced to endure the harshest injustices simply because the systems that were supposed to protect them had failed. His warning was both a plea and a prophecy, a plea to the citizens not to let the truth be ignored, and a prophecy that if action was not taken, the tragic realities of Nigeria would only worsen with time. There was also an intriguing aspect to the narrative that touched on international politics, a story that intertwined the fate of Nigeria with that of other nations. The decision by President Donald Trump to suspend United States foreign aid for a period of 90 days was a clear signal that global powers were taking notice of the issues within Nigeria. The decision was motivated by serious allegations that funds from the United States Agency for International Development were being misused to support terrorist activities, including those carried out by Boko Haram. In a move that underscored the gravity of the situation, the Nigerian Senate summoned intelligence chiefs to thoroughly investigate these claims. This investigation was not just about uncovering the truth behind the alleged funding of terrorist organizations. It was also about restoring faith in the institutions that had long been tarnished by corruption and secrecy.
Coming out today, a man that is almost dead, a man that is almost in his grave, come out today to tell you how they do this and do that to what is his name, Abiola, and then what happens? Is there any punishment that is going to wait for him? No punishment, no law, no rules. When we tell you that Nigeria is a place called a land of no law, a land of no rule, a land, lawless land, you know the creed, you know the understand. But I don't wish you pray that you see it before you know it. I wish you don't want to see it. You don't want Nigeria to happen to you before you understand. Don't let Nigeria happen to you. Don't let Nigeria happen to you. If Nigeria happened to you, that would be the worst thing that will happen to you. You don't even pray that you see somebody that Nigeria happened to. But Nigeria happens on a daily basis. It happens to people. People are experiencing Nigeria and what Nigeria look like every day of this life, because they have believed that Nigeria is their own. When you claim Nigeria, you get Nigeria. If you claim Nigeria, you get Nigeria. There is no two ways about it. Anything you want to say, talk, do, it will not change the matter. It will not change the situation. Because the truth is that the truth will always remain the truth. Well, I would like make we see some things where Babangida talk. Make we just listen small, then we go talk about what is going on in Anambra today. Because when we tell you about this Islamization, people don't understand that. People are thinking that they will come and tell you, you must bow, you must do this one, you must do that one, you must be Alakuba. It is not like that. They have their systemic way of turning everybody into what they want them to be. And that is what we are seeing today. If you remember very well, what do you call him? Hope Uzodinma started his own. Finally, they have Emir in Owerri. They have Emir or whatever they call themselves. They have whatever they have. They have everything now set. If not that our Prime Minister intervened, by now you know that they would have been rolling. They are bringing IDPs and they tell you that these are displaced people, but they are truly not displaced people. They are not displaced anything. Shakam. They are the Maludas. They are the headers. They want to bring them officially to come and take over your land. Officially to come and take over your land. That is what is going on. That is what is happening. But people are failing to get the truth. So what is Soludo doing? We will look into it and we will find out what Soludo is doing today. And then before we continue, I would like us to look at what do you call it? Babangida's address, and we will look into some news. Or before we look into Babangida's address, I think before we look into Babangida, let us take a look at this discussion that is interesting about Nigeria and
President Donald Trump's January 20, 2025 decision to suspend all foreign aid for 90 days, citing concerns about global destabilization and misalignment with American interests. The move responds to growing calls for a comprehensive review of U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, health funds. U.S. Congressman Scott Perry had claimed that USAID funded terrorist organizations, including Boko Haram. However, Amid the swearing controversy surrounding Scott's allegations, the Senate has summoned intelligence chiefs. The upper chamber wants them to conduct a thorough investigation into the serious claims. The resolution followed an order of urgent national security under Order 41, raised by Senator Ali Ndume, representing Borno South Senatorial District. Meanwhile, the Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, General Christopher Musa, has declared that Nigeria will not tolerate disrespect from any country towards its citizens, emphasizing that Nigeria deserves respect on the global stage. Speaking at the Defense Headquarters in Abuja on Wednesday, General Musa dismissed claims that the Nigerian Armed Forces were not invited to the Invictus Games in Vancouver, Canada, an international event initiated by the Duke of Sussex. Joining us now on the show is Joe Keshi, former Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Nigeria. Good morning, Ambassador Joe Keshi. Good to see you today on the morning show.
Good morning, and thanks for having me. And nice to have Rufai with us here to Abuja. I hope you also will make your way to Abuja one of these days.
One of these days, I will. Thank you very much, sir. All right, let's go straight in. Let's start with the first part and what's dominated a number of newspaper headlines or front pages today with regards to the summoning of service chiefs by the upper chamber in response to what Senator Perry had alleged, saying that USAID paid for some functions of terrorist organizations, including Boko Haram. Of course, as you can imagine, following that allegation, there have been mixed reactions. Some people trying to trace whether or not there might be some element of truth to his statement, and others just dismissing it completely as conspiracy theory and a blatant lie. I'd like to get your thoughts on this.
First, I think I want to start by commending the National Assembly for deciding to probe the matter further. My only hope is that the service chiefs, the intelligence chiefs, will be honest with the Nigerian people and tell us exactly what they know or what they do not know. And it will be a tragedy if they do not even know much and they were hearing it from the senator for the first time. But let me say this about the whole controversy. I'm always amazed how we leave our own internal contradictions and focus more when we hear something about Nigeria from the outside. Let's again go back to the video of the senator. The senator's statement was more for domestic consumption in support of what Donald Trump was to do. For two reasons, and I'm saying this for two reasons. Number one, he mentioned only the Democratic presidents. But people should remember that it was a Republican president, George Bush, that went to Afghanistan, that destabilized Iran. And in all this, the same George Bush and co came out with a policy to...
will not delve into allegations on social media.
Being conducted by the American government under the Republican president, and yet he did not name a Republican president that was involved. You know, the devil himself can quote the Bible to justify what he wants to do. So you have a Republican senator trying to justify why Trump is doing what he's doing. And this is what we are all falling over, to begin to say, oh, he's right or he's not right, and the rest of it. The second thing is that, look, the beauty of what the Senate wants to do today is that it will enable us actually to understand or to know the efficacy or the seriousness of our security forces. In one of your interviews, Professor Akiyemi did say that an aircraft was, a helicopter dropped some white people. He thought initially it was French people, and today, in a number of countries, there's no way an aircraft will enter your airspace without the security agencies knowing who owns the aircraft, who is in that aircraft, and where the aircraft is going, and where they are leaving to. So these are the things that we expect, that I hope that the Senate and the House, or whoever, which of these organs, will actually, press the service chief to tell the Nigerian people the truth. What did they know, and when did they know some of these facts? And why have they not been honest with the Nigerian people?
I want to tell you that the most or the ugly part of it is that the Senate don't even know
they have
anything.
to, will not.
The Senate that is going to investigate the senator, the Senate president don't even know about it. They have not even heard about, they don't know anything that is happening. You see why I always ask the question, what will you lose if you leave Nigeria? What do you think you are going to lose? What will you lose if Biafra comes? Until you begin to meditate and digest and dissect and bring out the truth yourself, you don't go understand anything. I want you to listen again from the beginning of that video. I want us to listen again. The beginning of the video. I want you to listen again. I'm coming. Let me get a place. The man started talking. I think he's here.
Thanks for having me, and nice to have Rufai with us here to Abuja. I hope you also will make your way to Abuja one of these days.
One of these days, I will. Thank you very much, sir. All right, let's go straight in. Let's start with the first part and what's dominated a number of newspaper headlines or front pages today with regards to the summoning of service chiefs by the upper chamber in response to what Senator Perry had alleged, saying that USAID paid for some functions of terrorist organizations, including Boko Haram. Of course, as you can imagine, following that allegation, there have been mixed reactions. Some people trying to trace whether or not there might be some element of truth to his statement, and others just dismissing it completely as conspiracy theory and a blatant lie. I'd like to get your thoughts on this.
First, I think I want to start by commending the National Assembly for deciding to probe the matter further. My only hope is that the service chiefs, the intelligence chiefs, will be honest with the Nigerian people and tell us exactly what they know or what they do not know.
Now, I want you to know that the so-called chiefs do not know anything. It will surprise you that Nigeria's Senate president don't know anything about this until Ndume explained to him what is going on. Have you seen the level of the foolishness of Nigerian people? And this is the person that you trust to be your Senate president. Are you getting the joke? When we tell you that Nigeria is nothing but a joke, you don't understand. Listen to
Not delve into allegations on social media. And if they have to, they will invite their security chiefs to get details.
This is not a social media stuff. And the investigation is going on right now in the United States Congress. And also today, the President, Donald Trump, also said specifically that in that investigation, the support given to Nigeria so far should also be investigated.
Are you getting the joke? This Okoko here don't even understand what is going on. As long as you are giving him the money, today he want to clear a woman. The woman refused you are having disagreement with the girl, with the woman or the lady. You see how Nigeria rules in lies. In lies. What is the matter? You want to create a woman. When the woman say no, everything the woman want to do, you will stand against it. When we tell you that Nigeria has finished long ago, even before we were born, Nigeria is finished, was finished. Before we were born, it has finished. We are just meeting the crumbs of Nigeria. But it's a pity that people are not understanding or are not believing that this is true. I will just leave the story there. We go over to another story because this is just the part I want. The video contains a lot of things which will be used on another occasion. But for the fact that I want us to talk about Soludo, and I would like to get Biafran's reaction on that. So let me continue. Let me move on to another part of the video. Babangida today. Babangida is telling you stories today. Babangida is today telling you stories. What stories is he telling you? Hold on. No, not this one. I think it's this. Let us listen to Babangida first before we continue. Listen.
As the leader of the military administration, I accept full responsibility for all decisions taken under my watch. And June 12 happened under my watch. Mistakes, oversights, and missteps happen in quick succession. But I say in my book, in all matters we acted in the supreme national interest so that Nigeria could survive. Our nation's march to democracy was interrupted, a fact that I deeply regret, but Nigeria survived and democracy is still alive, a testament to our resilience and commitment to progress. This book is part of my personal story of that encounter with national history. I did not travel alone. I undertook the challenging work of leadership in the company of many patriots. Many are still here.
Did you hear that? Yoruba people now. He has boldly come up to tell you, say, na me buy eat raw on a brother, na me collect him mandate, na me shop him. You no go do anything about it. There is nothing you can do. These people will tell you, na them go push you, na them go put you down, na them go tell you lie there. In as much as you remain under them, you dey gree for them, you no get mouth. You will never have your own mouth. You must to remain under them. Okay, Zikekenengendewo. Ago Abaradikendewo. I greet you. Ago Shikwado Ekenenge. Liva Derelele kan Yoruba man. Wetin you want talk with Yoruba man? Often mano. Fools. Now there are people, Babangida dey here, they tell you say, na him buy your brother, chopping blood, drinking water, collecting mandate. And you can't do anything. Okay, Zikendewo. No need Ekenenge. They were everybody on the comment section, and those that are not on the comment section, anywhere you are listening from, watching from, I beg you, do me a favor, comment on this program, not comment, like this video, from YouTube, from Twitter, try and retweet. Apasino Aja. Ahage akabaraka. Apasino Aja. we need Apasino in Biafra land to remove evil people everywhere. Dorin ekeneng ndewo Dorin ndewo. So Nigeria is a place that you can't do anything. They go collect everything that belong to you and they tell you say na me collect am. Wetin you want do? Is it not what Babangida is telling you now? Babangida is telling you na me do am, na me wey be Babangida do am. He have told you. Yoruba people, Babangida is telling you na me buy, na me kill what is his name? Abiola MKO. Na me say he no go come become president. And after I don't do all this evil, after all, you still have your Nigeria. I did it to keep Nigeria. Make we listen from this side as well.
Launched in Abuja today. Through the book's reviewer, former Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo, Babangida stated that Abiola, who ran on the Social Democratic Party SDP platform, secured both the majority vote and the required geographical spread to become president. He described the annulment of the election as the most difficult decision of his life. He also expressed relief that President Muhammadu Buhari later acknowledged Abiola's victory by posthumously awarding him the Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, GCFR, Nigeria's highest honor reserved for presidents. Let's take a look.
After him don't collect a mandate, listen, now so they go do P2B one day. Believe me, if P2B die tomorrow now, if they succeeding, you don't say they for put P2B for prison. If not for Simon, you see why they want Simon Ekpa out, no be small thing. They just want Simon Ekpa out from everywhere, the same way they want Mazenam they can out. You know that if not for what Simon Ekpa has told them about P2B, they would have put him P2B in prison. You know, they have finished. They said they want to they are going to arrest him until PM Simon Ekpa came out and they make a statement. Then that one died off. Nobody is asking, why is the DSS coming after Obi? Nobody talked about it again. So, after IPP killed Abiola, buried Abiola, took Abiola's mandate, he gave Abiola the Grand Master General, highest general in the whole world. After he don't die, you no be when he die alive. This is a man that is alive. When he was alive, you denied him his rights. You took his justice away. You took his life away. You took his mandate away. After he don't die, you can't crown him the winner of the same election you denied him. The winner of the same election you took away that made you to kill him. This is why you must do everything for Biafra to be real. This is why you must fight for this Biafra. Support this Biafra to come. If Biafra don't come, we are all gone. I want you to understand that you that feel you are in America, you listen. When you take a look at what has happened to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa today, then you ask yourself, what is your position and what will be the position of your children tomorrow, wherever they are, in Europe, in Asia, in America? What will be their position? Who will save them? Somebody in government. Not only that is somebody in government, somebody that the president of that nation called Finland is his best friend. They die together. They go out together. They go clubbing together. They go drinking together. They go chatting together. Everything in the same political party. the same vision, the same mission, could do this. Who are you in the country, in the land where you are, that something worse than this will not happen to you? If that Alexander too could betray the trust and love and friendship and the familyhood of Simon Ekpa with him, who are you? Who will save you? You don't reason. We tell you about freedom, you fight us. We tell you about freedom, you call me a fraud, you call me names. We are coming to Soludo, you will understand. Let us listen to them.
Listen to Babangida talking about this earlier today.
That accident of history is most regrettable. The nation is entitled to expect my impression of regret.
Legal or otherwise?
Well, but that is like you said with the fact.
Anyway, we will not keep listening to them analyzing anything. On the good day, we will listen to that. We will even listen to that because Zelupo, Obasanjo, David Mark, and the co, they played their own role in that Babangida and the Abiola. Do you know? You know, many people don't even know that what is his name? Obasanjo was one of the masterminders that Abiola should be killed and that his mandate should be taken away. Obasanjo. Many things are playing out and there is nothing you can do about it. This is why Obasanjo will come to Biafra land and tell you that Biafra is dead and buried. And the criminals and foolish people will be believing him. And the useless man like Peter Obi will be believing that Obasanjo will crown him president of Nigeria. If Obasanjo could join forces together with the foreigners to buy his own brother that is MKO Abiola, who are you, Peter Obi? Common sense should tell you that you are nobody. You'll be wasted. You'll be wasted. Nothing go happen. If Obasanjo sign paper that Abiola should never test June 12, as if that one was not enough, he signed paper by Abiola, make it come up for road. Let us move ahead. Just for him to come back and take the glory that he, Yoruba people, we have been denied. June 12, we have to compensate Obasanjo. You compensate Yoruba people. Yoruba people don't even know that it was Obasanjo that caused the death of Abiola. Because had he said no, IBB wouldn't have gone on. Because IBB would have known that if Obasanjo said no, that means if anything happened to Abiola, Yoruba people will know that Nami by him. Are you getting the message? They carry and put for prison. Who knows why they put him in prison? They have not told us. They told you they attempted coup. It wasn't a coup. All these things are planned. But on a good day, we will talk about that. Probably tomorrow, I will talk about it. Tomorrow morning, I'll have time. I am still asking Biafrans, if you can sacrifice your time in the media, we need help in the media. Come and join us. And those of you that say, hey, you are enjoying the media, come and enjoy us. Come and join us in the media. But the conditions is that you must have computer and you must be ready to make sacrifices of your time. Commitment. Don't be say you want the media, you go they sleep for your house, I go they there, they stream for you. No, you must be ready to commit something. Commitment. The enjoyment to be in the media, government media, come and enjoy it too as well. So quickly, in the earlier today, I think in the morning or this afternoon, I said something about I said something about I said something about the Chinese people that are taking over Nigeria. People don't understand. When I tell you something, you know that something. Chinese, Singapore, the other one, all of them are a zoo. What are they doing? Let me read for you. Nigeria EFCC arraigned 14 Filipinos for allegedly cyber terrorism, internet fraud in Lagos, Sahara reporters. This is only in Lagos. And the ugly part of this thing is that these people you see are more respected than the useless Nigerians, lazy Nigerians. They say they are Nigerians. Nigeria, you know, they no give you. You are claiming something that you are not. You are claiming something that you don't belong to. A policeman will see you and brutalize you. When they see these people, they go worship them for coming to their land to defraud their people, using the name of their people to defraud other people, blackmailing. Hey, that is it. Ọzọ dịka ibe ya, ka anyị banye na Soludo. Ka anyị banye kene na akwụkwọ Soludo, ka anyị mepere Soludo akwụkwọ. So Soludo today, do you see that their special force signs are dissenting everywhere? Soludo have recruited men to work against young men, young people in Anambra, old Anambra state today. And then we are talking of Islamization agenda. People don't know what this Islamization agenda is all about. Okay, hold on. We will look into Anambra today. What is happening? Let us find out what Soludo is doing now. What is different from what Soludo is doing and what the Fulanese are doing in other lands? Let us take a look.
This is the continuation of the ethnic cleansing mission of the bandits to also continue expanding their land grabbing agenda and to also cripple the economic progress of the people, because Plateau people are largely agrarian.
The three of my camp members went outside to find food for their members in the camp. When they would go, Fulanis killed three of them.
Yes, they have been doing this thing for a very long time. All our farms, they clear all. They cut our yams, eat our guinea corn.
This is the continuation of...
No, come on. Okay, now what is Soludo doing? Economic strangulation policy, land grabbing policy, ethnic cleansing policy, and then a mode of dressing policy. Soludo is bringing new mode of dressing policy in the old Anambra Biafra land. Today, if you be woman, you dress, they see your anything, or they see you dress anything sexy, Soludo will arrest you or they will do anything, maybe not shoot aside, I don't know. But by the way, I would like Biafrans to have their say in this program today. I will put a link. I don't know if people want to comment, but I don't want this. I will not last more than 1 hour unless Biafrans are ready to join the program. So quickly, let us see what is playing in Anambra. Soludo Busharandia Burunile, what his group put in every park. They started collecting money for him, collecting taxes from hawkers everywhere for him. Today, Soludo told you that, hey, we are sending away police. He have recruited Funani and they finalize Anambra. Look at what they are doing. Extortion in their highest order. And they have their faces covered. This is Soludo. This is Anambra. This is what is going on today. Hope Uzodinma is doing. Wilfuru is doing. The other short criminal, Mba, is doing his own as well. And the people are not seeing it that something is happening. They will tell you that Simon Ekpa is their problem. They will tell you that sit at home is their problem. They will tell you that Anambra Kano is their problem. They will tell you that if you release Nnamdi Kanu, everything goes scatter. Because once Nnamdi Kanu comes out today, he will wake your memories, your mental alertness up against this thing Soludo is doing. That's why Soludo will not. Because Soludo already is a Funani man in copy, in picture, in photo, playing. Hisba police today. What is the job of Hisba police? Hisba police will arrest you if you are a lady that dress anyhow. Hisba police will arrest you if you are a man, you dress anyhow. When they don't like, they go arrest you. This is the Hisba police. They are working, they catch you drink alcohol in the north, they will jail you. They catch you dress anyhow, a woman, they go jail. Well, listen, it's not about you being whether you are whether you are a Muslim or whether you be Funan. It's not about any Funan, it's not about any religion. It's about what must be. If they catch you now in Anambra, you dress somehow, you be man, you wear somehow singlet, you don't go. Your own na shoot, they go shoot you. They say woman na prison, you go. If you dress, this is women dress and walk, their breast is shake, kaka onyat is shake. If they catch you for Anambra, you go prison. If they catch, what is the difference between those that are finalizing their land in the north and what Soludo is doing today in the old Anambra? What will be the difference? What is the difference? It's a question I'm asking. Hey, Ugo Ndewo, thank you. What will be the difference? That's what I'm asking. What is the difference? No difference. I'm trying to open the video. I don't know why it is not opening. Okay, good. Let's see. For you to see, it's not when you go naked. Let me see. This is a Punch News. Let us listen from Punch newspaper. Why you will carry all this and I'm full here? Right. Adverts everywhere. Okay, let's see it. Let's take it like that. Now, see, in Anambra today, if you dress like this woman now, you are going in for it. If you dress like this woman now in Anambra, your own don't go. Your own na prison. It no matter whether you be graduate, whether you be professor. If they catch you, you go in prison for this thing, for just dressing like this. They don't send you whether you dey feel heat or whether you dey feel cold. It's not their business. Is this not finalization agenda? Now question me at the ask. What is the wetin be the difference of wetin Soludo they do and wetin the Hisba police they do? I want make we understand that it must not be Hisba police before the is finalization. Soludo name in own Udo Gade, right? Udo Gade. You don't understand. It's just like the same time Wogechukwu come out to tell us say nobody should be playing music of any kind, if not Biafra. Any music they call person name, we should not play. Within 1 week, Ogechukwu bring one music he give us. Whether they call Oge Shikama, Oge Shiku, they sing for him, finance minister Oge Shikama. I never played that video for 1 day. I refused to play that video. For 1 minute, I did not play it. He give it to me, I listen, I say, look at this man. You think I'm a fool? You say we should not play music with anybody's name. You went and bring your own. Maybe today that criminal begin to plan all these things. So now people will not understand. People will not understand. I knew he was up to something, but I never knew he's up to the point of fighting our prime minister. Okay, Udo Gachi. Udo Gachi, not Udo. Okay, Udo Gachi, that is Soludo Gachi now. People are not getting it. Soludo Gachi. So, in Anambra today, if you dress like this, you are going in for it. If you dress like this young lady here, you don't go in for the show. If you dress like this, see prison, according to Soludo. Now, quickly, let's see what the Soludo this is saying. Hold on, let me video. This Punch newspaper Nigeria, it says Anambra security outfit threatened to arrest ladies without bra and the pants. And I am asking a question. How will you know a woman that is not wearing bra and the pant? How will you know a woman that is not wearing pants? How will you know that a woman is he not giving these people? Soludo has given them right also to abuse and violate women. Because you have to go and touch their body now. You go touch them, touch their pants, touch their nyash, touch them, see whether they wear pants. Because you cannot know whether somebody is wearing pants, especially women, unless you touch them. Or is there the kind of onyokometer they will be using to honor them to find out if they have pants or not? And if you have bra. Because this one is wearing singlet, that's why you know. What about the one that doesn't wear singlet? How will you know he's not wearing bra? You see how they want to finalize people, and yet if you are telling people that this is an agenda of finalization, they will not understand. They will tell you it's a lie. What is the difference of what Soludo is doing today with what other people are doing in the north in the name of Sharia? No difference. No difference. A A security outfit in Anambra has declared its intention to arrest women seen in public without bra or pants. This Punch newspaper, Nigeria Punch newspaper. The announcement made via public address system was captured in a viral video shared on X, formerly Twitter, on Sunday. In the footage, an official of the security outfit speaking in Igbo claimed the directive was issued by the state governor, Professor Charles Soludo or Chukwuma Soludo. He further stated that women wearing only pants in public would also face arrest. However, Anambra authorities have yet to release an official statement regarding the announcement. Meanwhile, a former senator from Kaduna State, Shehu Sani, on Monday wondered how the security will verify compliance by ladies and if the law is also applicable to men. He made his position known in a message posted in his X handle. He wrote, Anambra bra and the pant law. I don't know if the pant law is applicable to men. And how can the security outfit verify ladies' compliance? Click the link below to watch the video. Let me see if it is the same video we have already or another one. Okay, it's the same video we have. It's the same video we have. So that is it. That is it. Are you getting it? You are waiting for them to tell you to wear hijab like Aisha Yusuf. You don't know they have their own system. When they deny you the system of the freedom of dressing, freedom of speech, you don't go. Grace, you are welcome. Grace, can you hear me? Grace, can you hear me? I can't hear you. I think these people are just doing some things that I don't like. Let me place the phone number there. So who want to call can call on the phone. The phone number is there. If you just want to call, you can call through the telephone quickly and let's see how the thing goes. Soludo today, we go to Anambra, I think, and in Anambra today, Soludo destroys people's houses, claim the houses that it belong to Anambra. Soludo arrests innocent people for no reason. You see the kind of killing that is going on. He give these people gun, they come out, they begin to shoot anybody anyhow. You get the message. You get the message. That is Soludo system for you. Grace, I can't hear you. I don't know what is wrong with these people. Maybe you can call. I don't know why it's not working or allow me to talk. Do you have microphone? Because I can't see your microphone. I cannot see your microphone. If you have microphone, or maybe you go out, come in again and accept the microphone. Let's see. Make sure you accept the microphone because I don't know why you. Okay, let's see. Try. Let's see again. If not, you try and use telephone and call in through telephone. I don't know what is wrong with these people. and their system since today in the morning it happened, and this evening again it's happening. It's happening again. Microphone. Retake. Let's see if it will work. Just try and log in again. Let's see if it will work. So as I've been talking, my tongue they pain me, so I have a wound there. So to talk is difficult. I'm struggling to talk because if I talk, the thing they wound. Now as my tongue they move, if it touch my teeth, they pain me. So I'm managing to speak. So now today, make una leave the people where they talk for comment. Make una no mind them. Make una no mind them, because when you look at what is happening before, or what happened before, both during DOS and during Nene Ofebu, you find out that the same thing is happening today. That is why I will tell anybody, if I tell you the kind of messages people have sent me, the kind of audio messages they have sent me, you go wrong. And what are they saying? They are telling you, look at what this person has done. Go and kill him, cut his neck off, cut her neck off, bury this one alive, hang this one for 3.
This is the end of our news update. Please click the icon on the top right corner of your screen to watch my next video. You will enjoy it. I will see you again in my next update. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.